Hi everyone, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life, and I'm finally here to show you some Project Life. I only have my first week and my title page completed, but the good news is I got all of my pictures, so that's slowly going to get done, I promise, and I'll be able to share and get caught up with everything. So I'll take it out of the page protector to show you, but this is my title page, and this is my week one. So let's get started with it. Let's see. I know that these get folded up. I told, because it's my first video, this could be kind of rough, so be prepared with this. I haven't had to do a Project Life share before. So my first card is, I believe, from the Dear Lizzie core kit that I bought, Fifth and Frolic. And then I just had some old, and I actually think it's Dear Lizzie as well, 12 by 12 paper that had the banners, and I just cut off the banner and glued it on there just to personalize the card a little more so it's not just one plain card, and I thought that turned out quite cute. And then it's just to represent Sean and I. And then I did the exact same thing with this card with the cutting of the banner to kind of, you know, make it pro each side. And then I just used some letter stickers and some thickers for the 2014. I love that color. This is I think the color of last year, so 2013. I think there's a lot of teal. It's my favorite color of all time, so I'm hoping that they keep bringing it out because I can use teal and aqua colors on absolutely everything. So there's that. And then for these cards, I did the picture of Sean and I. This is one of our pregnancy pictures that we did, maternity photo shoot. And then this card is actually from, I want to say it's Gossamer Blue that I got it from, because I had subscribed for 3 months to a couple kits, and this came in one of the kits, and I thought it worked perfectly. And then this is either Fifth and Frolic, or it's from Maggie Holmes' little mini kit that is my other Project Life kit that I bought. And then I finally can share this page. I've had this done for a long time, but I didn't have the picture of Jackson yet. So here is my darling son Jackson, and I'm so happy to finally have that there. And then the very bottom of it, I did another, this is the rest of the banner for it, and then this is the same thickers as the 2014 label. And then this, Our Little Story, was actually a 4x6 or a 3x4 card, and I just took a circle punch and cut it out and then glued it onto this one. So I thought it looked really cute, and Our Little Story, Our Little Family. And then this camera, I just sprayed, misted it with some of my mist that I have and put a little button on it. So that was nice and simple. So I really love the way that my title page turned out. I think it very much represents me and my style, so I liked it a lot. So for week one, I had done all of my week cards in advance, so I was ahead of the game there. So this is my week one card, and it just, I started it on the 1st and I ended up on the 4th. I'm doing my weeks from Sunday to Saturday. I know a lot of people like to have their weekends in one, but I had already started doing it, and so for this year I'm going to do it this way, and next year most likely I will change it and it will be Monday through Sunday, because I do completely understand wanting to have your weekends on the same, on the same thing. So, and then this is a picture of my mom and my nephew Zachary, because we had New Year's Eve a family game night with my sister and her 2 boys and baby Kira, although I don't know that we have a picture of baby Kira on here because she was sleeping. So there's that, and then my parents and Sean and I, and it was a lot of fun, and we spent the whole night just having a great time. And then in every week my goal is to have the weather, and so for the first week it was just gonna be rainy, and it was, because I live in the Lower Mainland, and that's what it does here. It rains all the time. I made this card just by simply writing Happy New Year with a Versamark pen, and then put some blue embossing powder and embossed it. So I thought that turned out pretty cute. Plus it has my handwriting on there, so that was cool. And then I just traced the letters so they popped out. And then I did a picture of my bump. Here I was probably 30, well, let me think. I would have been 38 weeks pregnant, I think. No, 36 weeks pregnant here. So I did that. And then I just wrote about New Year's and everything that happened. And then for this card, I had this ready to go and I was going to put a picture here, but I didn't actually end up having enough pictures. So instead what I did is I just found this really cute quote that I thought worked perfectly for the opening of a new year. So take it all one day at a time and enjoy the journey. I thought that fit very perfectly for the start of a new year. And then this is also from New Year's, even though there's the Christmas tree there. My parents don't take their Christmas tree down until the end of the holidays, so it's just our picture. And then I just cut this out and I thought it was really cute, and it just says, "Love builds a happy home," because obviously pretty soon we would be a family. But for now it's just me and him, so me and you. And then I added just this little leftover strip from the bottom of a border strip or something, I'm sure. So that's the first page. And then for the second page, I'll actually show you that before I get into my little insert. So the second page was about my doctor's appointment that I went to, and how she's told me that it still had at least 2 more weeks to go and everything was going to be fine, and he was face down and everything like he was supposed to be. So I just took a little picture of that. And then I was really sick one day and I didn't get out of bed the entire day, and Sean actually made dinner for me and everything, and I actually believe this was actually January 1st, so it was quite the way to start the new year. But so I just wrote about it and I typed it up on my picture and then printed it, which worked really well, except I have now learned, because I get my pictures taken through Shutterfly, that I need to make sure I put a nice gap before the pictures get printed, because otherwise they get cut off. So lesson learned, and I will make sure to do that from now on. And then I just took a picture of my Diet Pepsi can, because this is what I was obsessed with drinking. I didn't drink a lot of pop. I only had one, well, I did drink a lot, but I only allowed myself 1 can a day. So in diet and caffeine free, so actually I could have had as much of it as I wanted, but I was really good and I only had 1. So I just took a quick picture of that, kind of showing off my fantastic photography skills. So I am working on taking better pictures, and so I actually like the way that this picture turned out. So I actually think it was a good picture. Just a filler card with a little arrow, and I traced it with a brown pen. And then this picture didn't come in like I thought it would, so I just left the little, I slide in little cards to let me know what goes there so I don't get lost. And it's just a card of a picture I took and of this really cool tree that had eagles in it, and I just had wrote "Hello January." So it's just kind of another filler card, but it is a picture that I took. So, and then my last filler card, and it just says "Be lovely," and then there's some more of that border strip, so it tied in with the next page over. So I really liked that and thought that turned out pretty cute. And then here is we had my baby shower in the States on the Saturday of the New Year, so the 4th, and I wrote about it. And this is what I mean, I wrote it, but because I didn't give myself enough room, it just says "my," but it got cut out. And so I did the same thing, wrote about it, and printed it on the picture. And then that's my aunt and myself, and I looked gigantic in these pictures, and I hated the way they turned out of me, but she looks fantastic, so I left it. And then I am doing, for every single week, I am going to do just kind of a little summary of what happened. So on the 1st, December 31st was New Year's Eve. January 1st, it was a burnout day. I spent most of the day in bed, which corresponds with that picture up there. January 2nd, I learned Jackson is head down, and we are now pre-registered at the hospital. I had did a typo, but I thought it was okay to just cross it out and write now. It was an accident, it happens, it doesn't look horrible. I'm completely fine with the way that looked. January 3rd, it was we officially had our crib. It came in the mail and we were super excited about that. I didn't take a picture of that because we hadn't gotten it assembled yet, so. And then January 4th, the baby shower. So I actually had 2 baby showers, and that will come up next week. And then the last thing I wanted to show you is for every month I am doing a filler card, and they all say hello whatever month it is with the calendar, just to give you something to look at. And then there's 2 filler cards. So this one just says be sparkly and be you, and it was the first one I did. You'll notice there's quite a big difference in my other ones, so, but I just thought they were cute. So just using up some more paper. And all of these papers, by the way, that I use are from Die Cuts with a View, the Vintage Collector. That is what the theme of the week 1 was about. So, and then the other thing that I am doing is on the 4th of every month, which is actually today, so I get to write that I did this today, kind of exciting. I am doing Day in the Life. So, Day in the Life, I just found this 2014 little calendar, January calendar, online, and then I just typed in the Day in the Life. And I do all of this, like typing on my pictures and stuff, on Picasa, just in case you were wondering. So there's that one. And then I literally wrote down the time of what happened and what we did. And then for this month, I took pictures, because I remembered, and just kind of had that at the bottom. So, and here's a picture of Kira, if you can see her. You can see me in it. Oops. But yeah, that's my adorable little niece. She's so cute. So that's what I did, and this is my week 1 all completed, minus that one little picture. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye everybody.